Lawrence Family Public Academy. Today, I'd like to go over hand washing, how you do it, and why you should do it.
It's the right thing to do. It's easier when you only have to wash your hands, keep them clean. Oh yeah. Hey, wash your hands.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Today we're going to get around to one of my favorite aseptic techniques. That's probably because I'm so damn OCD. Hand washing. Probably the #1 most important technique and factor to keep you from catching things that exist. Something I'm super excited about. Something that there's been quite a bit misinformation about, definitely too much panic over. But I think today we'll break it down step by step. I'm sure we all know how to wash our hands, but maybe you do, maybe you don't, huh? Maybe a quiz at the end, so you better pay attention. Gonna go over some of the common products like you see here, describe the difference between them, tell you what and if they matter, and like before in this series, I think it would be prudent to start with a clip from our good friends here in America at the CDC. I keep saying that, and I'm not sure if in the other video I mentioned what that is. The letters CDC stand for the Center for Disease Control. That is in Atlanta, Georgia, here in the United States, in the proud South by where I live. They are excellent in their format of sharing information. They make awesome videos on most any topic. They can tell you about every single disease that is currently active on the planet and what the numbers are. But let's take a few moments to check out their awesome video on hand washing. We'll look at this and then we'll come back, discuss some of these products. I'll show you my techniques and then we'll go over some of this crazy panic that's going on out there. So let's do this. Adorable, right? I love the CDC. They have great information that's completely non-political, non-biased, just the news that you would need to have to survive any type of epidemic, pandemic, breakout, just poisoning. They're a good reference resource for any questions you may have on any diseases, from the common cold to AIDS. And they have those type of cutesy videos that are really easy to understand and follow. So I think we all understand the super importance of hand sanitation. It is the number one thing that leads to transmission of pathogens or viruses, diseases. So the less surfaces you come into contact with, the better off you are. I try to always use a piece of paper towel. See, I didn't even know if I had one in my pocket. I was going to feel so stupid. But almost every trouser I wear, even from workout shorts to, of course, my work pants or my scrub uniforms, I keep a paper towel, at least one, probably two, usually one in each pocket. And I use it for like opening doors, of course, if I have to blow my nose. The thing I want to stress is that once you use this, it's contaminated. You have to start getting into the mindset that you hate for things to be disposable, but during a time of pathogen outbreak or viral exposure like flu season, you have to, in order to stop the social spread of these very dangerous and deadly diseases. So this isn't like use it to open the door, then put it back in your pocket. If you can see, this is a brand new, unused, unspoiled version of the item. And if I were to use it to open this door, then as soon as I found a trash container, it would go in there. I wouldn't put it back in my front pocket. I put things in my back pocket that are used because they're kind of annoying and it makes me want to throw them out. And this way, you know, that's my system. I know anything in the back pocket's a used paper towel, a used tissue, that I didn't have a trash can or receptacle to get rid of it. But I'm not kidding you. Ta-da! Instead of being embarrassed, I'm so proud of myself. So I tend to use this even in the house right here, right now, because Rini works with the public. I do nothing but talk to sick people and see sick people all day. So even in my own home, when I open things like the refrigerator, I mean, not so much the doors because I get lazy and I forget, and that's where we expose ourselves. But anything like the refrigerator, we don't drink out of containers right now. I love to do that. That's my bad little secret. I absolutely love drinking out of the milk container. Really gets crazy, but not doing it right now, just in case anything comes up. But enough of my rambling. Let's talk about these items here on the counter right in front of you. Washing your hands. Should wash your hands continually for 20 seconds minimum. Anything longer, bravo for you, that's good. What I usually do is I sing one of my favorite songs from the composer Lionel Richie, singer-songwriter extraordinaire. I usually do a once, twice, 3 times a lady rendition, and I usually soap up once, wash twice, 3 times. That's about 20 seconds, almost 30. You want to usually wash from your wrist down, super important, but we'll get to that in a minute. Here in front of me, you'll see several different varieties of sterilizing hand products, we will call them. You have your very regular commercial grade, lovely moisturizing hand soap. We try to use multi-use containers for both environment and, you know, less chance of spread of disease. You have antibacterial soap, which has chemical agents in it that remove the bacterium from the surface of the skin, thus leaving you much more sanitized, but yet more open to contracting things. So a time and place. And then we have good old regular soap. Me, I'm kind of a nut. I like things with charcoal. This is a regular charcoal soap. This is my regular mechanic soap, lava soap. Comes in a red wrapper. Has sand particles ingrained in it to help be abrasive and take oils and dirts out of the skin. This is very effective right now If you don't have any of this and you're worried about the spread of virus or disease currently, lava soap is an amazing alternative. What I don't have on the counter, but I do have tons of, is hand sanitizer. Currently, they're in my car. They're outside in the garage area to come in. I have them inside the laundry room to open the inside door to the house. They play an important role on barrier protection when touching unknown surfaces. So if you don't have a paper towel and you have to touch the handle, then hand sanitizer on your keychain would be an excellent idea. Or an alcohol wipe, or one of those wet naps, and you could use that to open the door, or both. You could use that to open the door and then wipe your hand with the opposite side of it to clean yourself. So if it's a top, bottom, you're gonna open with this side, fold it, clean your hands with that side, right? There's a lot of misinformation going on out there that you must have antibacterial soap or hand sanitizer that contains 95% isopropyl alcohol, which is an excellent, excellent way of sanitizing your hands, especially if you're going into surgery or if you're visiting with patients. But the truth of the matter is, people, all these items work the same. The lava soap, the regular Yardley coal soap, the antibacterial soap, your regular grade of Palmer's soap, luxury moisturizers. That's Reenie's soap. She's going to kill me, but I needed it for the example. Washing your hands with the correct technique is what counts. You don't need to have hand sanitizer. We need to calm down with all that stuff. This will do the trick. As a matter of fact, I think always the best way is through example. I'll show you how I prepare to go into the sterile room or to meet with a patient who has an infectious disease where aseptic practice is really super important. And it all begins every single time with washing our hands. It used to be bar soap. I mean, that's all we used to ever use. Now we have the fancy foaming, handless dispensers. I mean, if you're going to spend money, don't spend it so much on antibacterial or hand sanitizer. The foaming of the soap makes it penetrate underneath your nails better. I think that's something that goes undone in most of our hand washing. We tend to just hit the surface of the palm really good, rinse and run away. I mean, that's better than nothing, but in a time of viral outbreaks, really good hand washing at the time of at least 20 seconds. I mean, it's going to be good even if you only do a quick, hit and run. It's better than nothing once again, but it's not going to be really effective in killing any viral or germs you may have picked up on the surfaces of things you've touched. But I think it's best to show you exactly how I do it. I'm sure everybody does it right. No one does it wrong as long as you're doing it. But let's just check out how crazy I could be. All right. Here we are at the sink. Any running fresh water, good clean water, any source of clean water, bottle, doesn't matter, is going to be just fine for our experiment. And your daily washing. Lukewarm is always nice. Cold works. Hot works. There is not much of a difference between hot and cold or lukewarm, simply because you do not have the type of heat required to really make it sterile water. That would burn your hands off. So, I usually have a dispenser. I like to start with a liberal amount of water. I spread it all around my hands. Actually watching and paying attention to what I'm doing. I like to get in there, rub it on the surface, make sure I get from the wrist, like you see here, from the wrist down, because today I'm wearing short sleeves, but even when you're wearing a man's shirt, you'll see that it'll ride up to about there, and you want to always clean from there down, because wherever you touch yourself and then touch your face is going to be where you contaminate yourself. So as you see, I've taken some time. I'm really putting some care and effort into this. I'm using one hand to make like a little scrubber brush and scrub away at the palm of my hand. I do the same thing on the opposite side. I repeat with the opposite hand. They really don't tell you this when you're a kid. They're just like, don't wash your hands or you'll be in trouble, right? And I get in there good and I kind of scrub both sides and give it a nice rinsing off. Ooh, water's nice and warm. I'm very OCD and I love hot water. So that would be once. Now I go for my twice again. I use the dispenser. I pick it up, take a look to make sure, getting from the wrist all the way to the tips of the fingers, trying to make sure that I push it underneath my nails, really foaming it up. It's really super foamy, like you're taking a super bathtub bubbly bath, and get it really super foamy. I'll push my ring forward, or I'll even first wash, first time, take my ring off, place it in a very safe location. Don't want ring to kill me. So this way I can definitely get underneath it now. I did the first one with it on, so it's been kind of sterilized. It's been washed at least. And I get deep in there and keep going, and when I get a really nice foam, I then get this nail brush. I have this nail brush. It's just a very inexpensive, very cheap, regular brush. It's actually a little heavy duty. I got it at the auto parts store. It's for when I do all my mechanics work. I'll then go back, start brushing the tops of my fingernails very briskly. Make sure I get my thumb as well. Turn my hand over, brush down into my fingers, pressing down into my fingernails, trying to extract what's underneath, making sure to always as well isolate my thumb, because you see when you put your hand together you'll get the four of them really good, but you won't always get the thumb. And I'll go back over it again, make sure I get the tops really well and sides, and again brush down into the tops of my nails, into the back side, this cuticle area. This is where things can build up and store themselves. Again, thumb, making sure he gets left out, that piggy, a lot. And I get back down in there, scrub and down in one more time. Open hand palm, getting in between each finger, because we tend to close our hands when we wash them. We want to open them and get in between each finger. Again, I'm going to repeat it on the second side. I'm going to make sure I focus the nail on the nail brush, pushing down, turn my hand over, actually applying a little bit of force. It actually is a bit uncomfortable. I won't say painful because I do it all the time. You're probably going to find it painful, but it's you're doing it right. I'm not saying take any flesh. Don't be going at 1,000 miles an hour and freak out and take skin off, but gentle pushing down. And I use a very hard brush. You can get a medium brush. They sell them for baby brush nails. They're very good if you have delicate, sensitive fingertips. Again, my thumb, getting the top, making sure I'm getting the top back and forth, up and down, whichever way you like, it works. Getting in there, isolating it, pushing down into the nail. Make sure my hand's turned over, pushing into the nail. Going back, scrubbing the palm, once more over the top. Do like the tiger paw kung fu. So you get a real good scrub on the cuticle. Woo! Foam flying everywhere. Again, tiger paw. Scrub that cuticle with the tiger paw method really well. You see that getting in there. One more time, rinse. This is a bit exaggerated because I'm taking my time to show you my method, exactly how I do it. Wash my brush out, get any dead skin and particles out. Place that there. Rinse down everything I just scrubbed up, because if you don't rinse it off, what you then do is you're re-spreading it to the rest of your hands. So the rinsing part is as important, if not more important, than the foaming, rubbing, abrasive part. So then, 3 times a lady, I grab my soap once more. My hands feel really super soft and warm. go even above that area since I'm wearing shorts today. Short sleeves. I'm in short scrubs because it's very hot here in Florida. We're very busy. And so I'll go all the way up to my elbows on this one. You don't have to. Quick. Thank you very much. Make sure we do a good job of rinsing them down. Get all the soap, get all the dead flesh and bacteria off. Then we want to try and not touch the faucet handle because it could possibly have germs. So do a gentle elbow, get the towel dispenser, dry up. Now, I don't want to get into the whole debate of hand blower versus towel. So I know we all want to feel safe. And we all want to make sure we have everything we need during this time of crisis to keep ourselves, our loved ones, and our families healthy and safe from everything that's going on out there. But part of what we need to do is not panic. We need to keep a cool, level head. We need to make sure that all the items are available for everyone. There's no need to buy a truckload of toilet paper. There is no need to go to your local pharmacy and buy 3 cases of hand sanitizer that you couldn't possibly use in the next 3 years. 1 bottle of sanitizer, this size, this happens to be very large. This is 443 milliliters, about 15 ounces in the US. A bottle of hand sanitizer this size should last you at least 2 months, even if you use it as much as I do, which is always when I come in and out of my car or go in and out of the store. 2 months. So if you have 3 of these, you're going to be good for half a year. Whatever's going on now should and most likely will not be continuing into the late summer months. Warm weather really tends to put an end to these things and the spread of it. Not quite sure with everything that's going on, but on average, we should see sometime around June this wrapping up flu season. So 3 443 milliliter ones will be more than enough to get you through this. 4 or 5 to be super safe and extra, that's a lot. So maybe 3 of these big ones and 1 or 2 little keychain ones, so you always have one, more than enough. Don't buy everyone on the shelf. And you know what? This is a message to people who are hoarding and being a douchebag about this. Don't go into the stores, like the discount stores. In England, they're called the pound store. In America, they're called the dollar store. Every item is $1. So you get a hand sanitizer, a good one, this size for $1. Hey, douchebags, don't buy everything in stock so you can take it and resell it at your private markets for $5 and $10 during the panic, all right? People like you should go to jail. The minute that's seen, it should be taken away from you. So save your douchebaggery for when there's not an epidemic going around, all right? Limit yourself to 3 of these big ones per household and 2 little ones per person. That's it. Leave some out there for someone else, huh? Stop it, people. Liquid soap, same thing. Liquid soap, bar soap, antibacterial, moisturizing, all soaps are based with lye. Lye is going to kill anything that's on your hands, any bacteria, any virus that you've picked up. If it doesn't, then it's something that we don't know about and can't stop, and there's a bigger problem on the horizon. So, again, douchebaggery, don't buy every single thing of bacterial soap and regular pump soap and hand sanitizer. And hey, stop stealing. I think I brought this up before, but we need to stop stealing, like I said in the other video. Taking all the paper, toilet paper from the rest stop areas and taking all the soap, liquid soap from the airport. It's got to end. It's going to be all right. There's going to be more. There's plenty to go around, and you must leave for others. Otherwise, those people that don't have, think about this. Those people that don't have won't be sanitizing their hands, won't be washing after, when they cough or use the bathroom. And what's going to happen? They're going to put it on a handle, they're going to put it on a doorknob, they're going to put it on an escalator rail, an elevator button, and you're gonna pick it up because you got 100 in your closet and he couldn't get one. So, it's not only right and morally correct, but it's also selfish if you want to be selfish, all right? You think about if he has one, he uses it, I don't get sick. Maybe that's selfish, that's fine. Be selfish like that. Another thing I wanted to point out real quick, I was just in a large building visiting a colleague, and the elevator actually terrified me. I didn't think about it until I got there because I've been trying to do as much work from home as possible. When you're traveling out and you need to use an elevator, carry a pen or a stick or something. This is just something I picked up off the counter to represent what I'm talking about. I always have my own stylist, so I never use anybody's pen because I'm OCD and paranoid. But this is my B brand I got from Buc-ee's. This to press the button of the elevator to call for it, press the floor you're at, you know what I mean? Your pen, a pencil, a stirrer, just something so you don't have to make contact. But we all know you have your paper towel in your pocket and you use that. But if you don't, and you absolutely have nothing else, elbow it. That's what I had to do actually. Not to lie, I didn't have my paper towel. I had to use it to blow my nose and had just thrown it away when I walked in the lobby and I was like, ah! But I was like, oh, elevator, elbow. After praying that it was on the first floor and it wasn't, nothing I could do. So, toilet paper, paper towels, everyone needs them to be clean. If they're not clean, they're passing germs on to you. You really want people dealing with their bathroom problems by hand and then going out in public? I don't think so. Leave something for the next guy, all right? You need 3, by all means, take 3. And if you feel 4 will make you comfortable, well, we're all human, take 4. But don't take 20, all right? Hope this has been helpful. Most important thing is, you tell me what you think. Did I show you a new technique in washing hands? I love to wash my hands. I'm OCD, what can I tell you? Obsessive compulsive disorder. I can't stop when it comes to staying clean and keeping my environment sterile. That's probably why I chose the healthcare industry. It's one of the cleanest, even though the most diseased places you could work. But wash your hands as much as humanly possible every time you come from the outside. As always, the most important thing is your comments. What do you think? Was it helpful? Did I show you how to wash your hands? Have you never washed your hands before? I'm sure you all have and know how to do it just fine. But in this time of crisis, when aseptic techniques, aka staying clean, is of great importance, especially dealing with the sick, I only thought it fair and I guess a little selfish. I wanted to take advantage and use my OCD powers for good and share with you some of these techniques on how to keep safe, how to keep clean, how to properly scrub your fingers for surgery or coming back from a viral zone, whatever you may have. As always, y'all know how we do it. Comment, like, subscribe. Love ya. Wash your hands. See y'all in the next one. We have one more very interesting, very scientific subject, and you'll find out what that is when you tune back in. Bye.